everyone, Crafting Vicky here with you, and I wanted to share with you my bag, what I bring to work. I've been watching a lot of videos, and so this is the bag I bring to work. I love this image. It's done by an artist, and I love encouraging artists from around here. So when I saw this on sale at my local drugstore, I had to go and get it. It's just dark enough for me. It kind of reflected the way I was feeling at the time, and so I just love carrying this bag with me. So that's the bag right now that I'm bringing to work because it's small and portable, and I just enjoy bringing it. So I shared with you last week, I believe, my planner and how I got organized and what I was doing, and I figured that, and I just forgot something. Okay, so I had forgotten to bring this book, and that was the start basically of the reason for this whole video. So I've been watching, I know that a lot of you liked seeing my my planners and how I keep organized, but I also have a lot of other journals on the go, and I love beautiful leather cover. So if I can have a book in a leather cover, it just makes me feel so amazing. I just love them. I don't know how else to describe it. I love them in all kinds of sizes, and so I wanted to share with you how I use them. And I wanted to say that I've been feeling because, you know, 2018 was not a good year, and it was just one of those years that made me feel not so good. And so last week, when we changed years, I was excited about the change of years, but I was still feeling kind of blah, which is strange because I don't usually feel that way. And then I was watching a lot of videos about notebooks and about planners and about what they use books for, and I have a ton of notebooks because I just love them. I get them at HomeSense, I got them at Winners, TJ Maxx, I get them on sale at Staples, I get them everywhere that I can find a nice notebook, I'll get it. So I've got quite a big collection now of notebooks, and I don't use them all that much. I use them, but I rarely finish one. And so I was watching Sarah Connor from, I'm gonna forget the name of her channel. It's Art Beating, I think. Anyway, I was watching her, and she was showing her collection of notebooks, and I thought mine was big, but hers is humongous. And so in the next year, she wants to use one per month, and she really wants to use them up. I don't think I can do one per month because that's a whole lot of notebooks and it's a lot of writing, but I know that I can use my notebooks for all sorts of things, and I used to do that, and I stopped kind of along the way last year because of the fact that the year was not going so well, and so I want to start again. And I watched also one of her videos where she was showing 33 ways actually of using notebooks, and I thought it was very interesting, so I want to do this this year in some sense. So by this I mean that last year I used to bring this, which is from Gallon Leather, and I've shared with you this before. I saw Leanne have one, and I just fell hard in love with this. This is the tan Crazy Horse color, and I had my initials engraved, VF. I kind of wish I had put Crafting Vicky, but I did that on this notebook, so I guess that's why I didn't do it on this one. But anyway, so I had my initials put in it, and I just love the leather. It ages beautifully, and in that I kept my Leuchtturm. So I had this one in it all year last year, and I used to bring this to work every day. And actually, I used to bring my backpack, and at one point I just left it at work during the week and would bring it on the weekends. The bad thing with that, the good thing is it was always at work, and I always had supplies there. The bad thing is it was always at work, so when I was home and I had an idea to put in it, I didn't have it. So that's one thing. The second thing is, at one point, because I would have finished this book faster actually. I would have finished it in October, and probably even sooner than that. But you will see when I flip through this that at one point I kind of stopped writing in it, and the reason why is because I was fed up of writing depressing things, and basically the house and everything, nothing was going really right in 2018. So there was a lot of complaining in this, and I don't want my journal to be all about complaining. I want it to be a happy place, and it's okay to put down that something is not going right, but it can't be always like that. And that bothered me enough that I stopped writing in it. And at that point I started doing diamond painting at work, but it just wasn't the same. And because of that, I kind of stopped doing craft during lunch. And I think that has an effect on me, because I noticed that, you know, I wasn't taking my full lunch. I was getting more depressed. It's just not a good headspace. So I want to do this again because I just want to, and I want to set myself some goals. So that's what I've done in the new one. But let's flip this first. So I started it almost a year last year, actually, because it was on January 8th, and I started putting pen pals mails and stuff to do, and I thought I was gonna put down the weeks like this, but that didn't really last. I can't. I know that some do Fobonichi. It's not me. I just can't do it. It just doesn't work. So, but I started doing a little bit of putting pictures. I do have I have a HP Sprocket, so I can glue my pictures in, and I love that. You saw that in my December daily. So I need to do that more. And what I started to do too is I would write in my pen with my fountain pens, which I love and I haven't been using, which is also something that is sad because I just love them so much, and I've got different inks, color, and I just love playing with them. And so this is something that I need to bring back to my life because I'm missing it. So I did a lot of drawing during lunchtime with my fountain pens, and then I would use a water brush to kind of do the shading. So I did a lot of that. I thought this resonated with me, go deeper, not wider. So I put that in because I thought it was fitting. And you can see I would change my inks. That's one of the ladies that I love the most. I really think I did pretty good on this one. So yeah, I would do faces and try to put some different items in, and some faces were not so good. Here I put some inspiration ideas, believe in yourself, and this I did in watercolor. I had a lot of fun doing that as well, drawing him and then watercoloring him. Not so good of a rabbit. Then I used just some watercolor in the back. I went to the hockey game with my daughter, so I took some few things and put them in. More drawing. So I was really working on growing myself as an artist and trying to draw more and to feel better, more at ease with drawing. I like that one, and I like the fact that I journaled around. But then it just wasn't. I had trouble, like I said, to keep going, and you can see that at this point I'm almost writing every day. So, but every day at work. I wouldn't write on the weekends. I kind of like my Bonne Fontaine in French. fire hydrant. I was looking for my word. So I like that mushroom as well. I think I did pretty good with the watercolors. So I was trying, you know, to do other stuff and to learn how to watercolor and use them more. I like that tree as well. I'd forgotten that I'd done this. And then I documented going on a little lunch date with my hubby. And then I put in my new supply pen pouch, what I would carry with me. Quotes about life for tags that I thought would be good. So yeah, I did a lot of drawing, a lot of picture taking. I was trying to draw my journal, but not so good. I was kind of sad, I think. Yeah, at that point we had the water damage, so not good. And then I thought of how I would, when the kids leave, how I wanted my upstairs to look like. I went to see the movie with a friend. I like that one. I think it turned out pretty good. And so, and I like putting quotes like this as well. It was fun. And this one I did, oh, I skipped a page. Oops. This I made because my husband had been snoring and I didn't sleep well. So I went on and on, you know, in March. This is when we decided to do the extension and how I was going to rearrange the new room if we ever did it. And then so this is in March, and you can see I've used a lot of my journal by March. So I was like, wow, I'm gonna be going through this like no tomorrow. Well, then I hit a wall. This one I sent out to Burgess. I had drawn that image for her. So I scanned it for her. I was really excited because I got my my palette vanishing point fountain pen. So see, I'm still writing like almost every day. So I'm really having fun and just going about my writing, which is pretty good. But then I can see here that this is the end of March, and then I've got the 6th of April, and then 7th, and then I end up in May, the 1st of May, and then the 3rd of May, and then the 23rd of May. So now I'm starting to skip more often, and I'm like, okay, I need to get back into this. I really love my journal. And then it's the 4th of June, and then the next step, because all the construction and whatever was going on, from the 4th of June I didn't write until the 22nd of October. So you can imagine, like, this book would have been finished like a long time ago, but then I completely stopped. And then I'm like, okay, I need to finish this. So I wrote on the 22nd of October, then the 23rd, the 24th, 25th, 26th, and then I didn't write anymore until January. So I still had 1, 2, 3, 6 pages basically to write. And I didn't write at the end of October because then Megan was sick and with the appendicitis, and then November came around, and then December. And December I had my December daily, so that's normal that I wouldn't write in this one. But I'm kind of sad that I let it go because I was having a lot of fun writing my feelings, writing stuff in it, trying to to draw. I really love that I drew, And you know, like I made, I think, a lot of progress in my drawings, and I will never be, my drawings will never ever be actual figures. They're going to be always more whimsical, because that's what attracts me. That's what I like doing, and I loved using the fountain pen to draw, because then there's no going back. You know, like it's, you draw and then that's it. So if you mess up, you mess up, but it's okay. It's just a page, and you're learning. So I love that. So I want to do that again now. So I finished it off, and as I was finishing it off, because I really wanted to finish my book, and I like having the idea of a word for the year, and I don't know if I put it in this one, what I thought my word was, but I know I had picked a word last year. I don't think I put it in. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't think I put it in. But anyway, so as I was writing this, my word for this year came up, because all I was writing about was putting new goals in place, and you know, learning new things, and using the classes that I purchased, because I purchased a lot of classes and I don't use them. And I also registered to a website, I don't know if you know it, it's Skillshare, and the first 2 months are free. So I had, way back when, gone on that, and I really love the classes that they offered, so I ended up paying for it. And that was last year, well, 2 years ago, and then in the end I hardly did any. And so this year, that's my goal. I want to do more classes. I want to do all kinds of different things. So this book being finished, I was really excited about this, and I was excited to share it with you, because I had mentioned I was going to share it with you. So this year, it's a bright yellow Leuchtturm that I have, and it's a grid one, whereas the other one was just plain paper. And I think this can actually kind of help me with the drawing, because it's easier to see the proportion. I always put this in it because I'm writing with fountain pen. If it's non-dry, when I turn the page, then it smushes, and I don't like that. So I put my name down, and then I put some goals for the year. So the word for the year this time is growth. I want to use what I have: notebooks, pen, inks. Be more mindful of the purchases that I do. Purchase stuff that I know I'm going to be using and that I'm going to love for years. Do the classes that I've purchased. Do some sort of art daily. Extend my intuition through my study of astrology, tarot, oracle cards. I've always been really intrigued in this, and I've got some books to study in this, but I haven't taken the time to actually read them and do the studies. So I really want to do that. I want to read more and document my reading, and I left the rest because I think there will be more goals that are going to be put. I know that taking time with my family is going to be one of them, and so I want to put the goals here. And the reason why I'm putting the goals down on paper is I want to put myself accountable for realizing them. So I'm hoping that I'm going to reread this, and hopefully this book, like, I mean, if I had followed through, my book would have been finished by April. So maybe I will have a few of these books, we'll see. My friend Kimberly went and showed me a beautiful cover, and it was from Gallon Letter, which is where I got this one, and it was purple. Oh my god, I wish I had seen the purple one when I purchased this one, because I think I would have purchased the purple one. But I do love this, and what I love about this is if I want, I can just bring this with me, and I can put my pens in here and just go. And that's the point. Like, that's why I love these binders, is that these covers, is that you can put a pen, you can put stuff with it and just go. And then and you don't have to bring a whole big bag if you want, because I want to be able to do art and to do stuff on the go whenever. So I want to have a little one in my purse. So I went online and I found I'm part of a lot of different groups, but one of them is a D-Stash, and it's also fanatics of beautiful covers like this, and I saw a smaller size one, and I want to use that in my purse with a little notebook, so that if I'm waiting at a, I don't know, a dentist appointment or a doctor's appointment, I can just pull it out and doodle and do whatever in it, and I think that will be a good thing too. So then I also started writing. I got this amazing card from Kimberly. I won't share the inside, but just this, all this was written. It's a card that was made that way. I want to put it here. I didn't glue it down yet because I want to be able to put a paper clip to keep it closed, because otherwise it's going to keep opening, and I don't want that. So I want to put I want to glue it in and put a paper clip, but because this way I can flip through it and I can reread the beautiful words that are in there. So I started my new journal, and I did the first page on the 4th of January, and I'm really excited, like I said, that I've started this. I'm gonna be bringing it back and forth this time, which is why I've got a smaller bag. And this one I want to always keep in there because I want to be able to journal all the time. Another thing that I brought to work with me was this book. And I told you I want to take classes, so I brought this one as well. This one didn't have, this one I got from Maker 35. It wasn't quite what I expected it to be, and so I was a bit disappointed, which is probably why I haven't been using it, really. And I think I'm putting it upside down. Am I putting it upside down? This is strange. I think it's, no, it's probably right. No, it's okay. No, it's actually upside down. Yeah. I changed it again because I thought it was upside down, but now I put it back upside down, so that's no good. Okay, so I went through my stash and I pulled out the covers that I wasn't using, and this was one of them. And it's a big one, so you can put quite a few. But for now, I've only got one little book in it. I might put another one actually, now that I'm thinking about it, but I'm not sure. Or I might put a chunkier book, but I need to make sure that I have books that will fit in the wonderful covers I had. So this one, like I said, it wasn't what I expected initially, and it was smaller than what I expected, so I don't have a lot of notebooks that will fall in it. But it is leather, and it is beautiful, and it is handmade, and it's beautiful. It's just that I need to use it. And it says me time, so yeah, it's fitting. So what I did is I put this little notebook in, and I started writing. So Skillshare, I took a class on the 4th of January, so I wrote it down, and because that was last Friday basically, and I wrote it down, and I took some notes when I took the class. So the next time I take another class, I'll do a line and I'll write the name of the class, and if there's stuff that I learn or that's interesting in that class, I'll put it down. I want to bring this with me all the time, because if you take a class and there's something that I think this is why I'm thinking that it's upside down. It's because this is upside down. I'm gonna have to undo this and actually redo it, because this is upside down, but you can see here this is the right side up. So yeah, they made a boo-boo on that one, so I'm gonna have to change it up. So I'm gonna be bringing this with me to work, and right now one of the things that really interests me is making doodles. I used to make a lot of doodles and I stopped doing them, and this is something I want to start doing again. So I pulled out this book, which you can see I've got some sort of something in it, and I love Hello Kitty, and so this book is my doodle book, and I just purchased it's a Moleskine, and I just love that. I love that book, but I don't have a cover for it, and so I just bought myself 2 other covers, and one is going to be for this book. So I can bring it with me, and I could put the pens in with it and just go and leave with it. In the meantime, when I'm at work, I'm bringing this pencil case, and it has a bunch of different pens, and it's my Micron pens, and that's what I doodle with. But Friday I had forgotten, I had brought a pouch, but it was only pencils, which is no good for me. I've got some highlighters here. And then here in this pouch I have an eraser and a blackout pen. Need to start doing blackout poetry too. I like doing that. So this pouch I'm going to be bringing with me, but you can see that if I'm on the go and I just want to go somewhere like fast, I want to go in the car and we're taking a little drive, and I just need to keep busy. Well, I want to bring just this. I don't want to be bringing this. So if I have it in the cover, then I can put a 1 micron with it, and that's it and go. So that's why I really want to have a cover for this. Even though it's beautiful, and it's going to also protect this beautiful cover. So here in this one, I've been doodling since 2015, and this was the beginning. Life can be just like a creative river. So I had started doing this in 2015, and I was doing it a lot, and different ones, more intricate. I wanted to do something for my dad, so that's why I'm doing these. Follow your dreams slowly but surely. So I had done quite a few, and most of the time I dated them. This one I didn't. Let's see, November 2015, so it must have been about in October. This is back in December. I like that one. Home is where the heart is. And then I stopped. This is July 2016, so you can see there's a big gap between this and this. And I did again in July, then we're back in December. So I did December, then July, then December. December again. And then we're in February 2018. And then I didn't use it since then. We're now in 2019. So I want to start doodling more. So while I was doing the class, I did this page, which was ideas of doodle. And I didn't have my microns at the time, so I doodled them with a fountain pen. But I don't like it as much because it's smudged. Here you can see. You need to let it dry, and I didn't, because I had this little pouch with me to write in my notebook. So I haven't I'm really bad because I haven't refilled my fountain pens, so I pulled out these Pilot Varsity. They're fountain pens that are pre-inked, but then you throw these away. I don't like using those as much as I love using my real fountain pens. So, but in the meantime I brought that, so that's what I used to do this, because I didn't have anything else. I also put in here Pilot Fixon, because if I draw and I want to draw with a pen and I want to erase, I can do that with this. I brought my Mono Zero Tombow eraser, but you see I didn't put any of the pencils that I need to use with it. So I need to complete this little pouch. I put some stickers because those I use a lot, and then I've got also a Pilot Fixon, but this one is a highlighter, so it's useful to have. So I need to complete this little pouch. This pouch I got on eBay. I actually bought, there was 3 designs of the little girl, a pink, this one, and a red, I believe. So I've got all 3. One is filled up with coloring pencils, and I bring it when I'm going somewhere with a coloring book. But this one I want to keep carrying with my journal. So I want to continue doing this, and this is going to be my doodle book, and I want to make more doodles this year. And like I said, I'm going to switch stuff around. I won't be bringing always the same supplies, because then I get bored, which is why I want it to be portable. But when I do the classes, and in this case I was doing the doodling, I'm always going to bring this with me, because if I want to take a class, then I can take this. I also want to take classes in calligraphy. I love doing that. I did a bit, but not enough to get any good at it. So I want to do that too. And I don't know which book I'll use for that, if I'm going to do the same thing as in here, but I don't think so, just because I really love having just doodles in here. I love looking at them. So yeah, I might not. I've got enough notebooks anyway to use quite a few, and to put, if I do calligraphy, in another one. I also brought with me to work this one. It's blank. This one is from Miniso. I had one of these in my drawing. It's also leather, very inexpensive, and it has some notebooks here, as well as a little pouch that you can put credit cards or different things in it. And I just brought this in case I wanted to write down any purchases that I needed to do, or anything that needed an action. I like using these so I can afterwards toss them away. And I'd seen Dee Dee Willingham mention in one of her wonderful videos how you should always have some pad of paper or something, or notebook, that you can take notes in when you're watching something, so that this way you have something to write it down, because otherwise you forget. And you can see like how similar these are, but this is really inexpensive, and this one is really expensive. This one is from the Traveler's Notebook. It's real leather as well. I got that one on eBay for a steal, actually. I was super lucky because no one outbidded me, which I was almost afraid that the seller was sending something that wasn't real, because it was just such a good price. I think I paid 25 bucks for it, between 25 and 35 bucks for it. And this is actually worth a whole lot more money than that. So, and it came with this and a pack of stickers. So this is the writing board, so I really love that. And so I've put my Michael's little books. It fits perfectly in here. So I've got two going. This one I keep at home, so it's next to me when I watch videos and stuff. So then I take down notes of stuff that's I'm interested in, and all kinds of different items. And like, I've got quotes in here, and I've got this pen, which I really love playing with. It's a Papermate, but it has different colors than usual. So it's a pink, a purple, a green, and a blue. And I've got a little tag, and I put it in here. So this is next to me at all times at home, and you can see it's gotten you know, some use, but I love how the leather ages with the marks and stuff. That to me gives it character, so I really love that. So this is always something I keep next to me, and I suggest that you do the same. You keep something next to you. There's some, like I said, these here come from Michael's, and they were part of one of their they have little notebooks similar to this, but they're not leather, they're plastic. And I purchased them because they were really cheap, and it were actually cheaper than buying the refills of the notebook. So then I kept the covers, and I think I gave some away because I hate to waste. But there's only so many covers that I can have, and I really love the leather ones so much more that I don't want to use something else that I don't like as much, because if I don't like it as much, then I end up not using it. So yeah, it's not good. So I need to have stuff that I really love, and this way I keep it on using it. Those two notebooks are those two covers are my Chic Sparrow. I spoiled myself when they were on special. This one was my first one, and I've put this on it because my husband last year went to not 2018 but 2017 on my birthday. He went to California for a wedding, and he purchased himself this at the Disney store, but I also love Star Wars, so I stole it from him, and he let me have it. He just didn't think I was gonna love it, and I really do. So I attached it here, as well as with this evil eye charm to keep the evil eye away. So in here, I discovered this is too small for me to write. It's just not convenient. I don't like it. Too small. I tried using it. I had purchased on printables, and so I had some lists here that I could do, and I do have some stuff written, but not much. And I had done my calendar, but I wasn't using it. The one thing I do use though is the address book. So this one I'm almost finished. I'm not going to share with you pages that are filled up, but the last one is not filled up. So I need to, I've only got this page left, so I printed out another one, and I'm going to glue it to the back and then insert it in here. That's what I love about these, is that you can customize your stuff. And like this I made myself by cutting it down. I just didn't like the cover otherwise. I just thought it was kind of boring to have just like this paper here, so I used the vellum to kind of cover it up. But I was going to use it more. However, like I said, I just realized that I don't like using it for that. The one thing though I do love is having my address book. I used to have another address book, and I ran out of space, and it became really messy, and I couldn't find anything anymore, and it wasn't something that I could carry easily. And like I said, I carry this stuff all the time. So if I'm going on vacation, this is something I'm going to take with me. I'm going to remove this, but I'm going to take this with me so that I have my address. So if I want to send a letter or something, I can. Here, this is something that I purchased as well. And I love purchasing calendars that are undated, because this way, when you get to something like here where I stopped using it, well, I can start using it again and just put the new month. So last time I used it was in August, so now I can use it again, but I can write the new months that I'm actually going to use it. And if I'm not going to use it, I'm going to leave it blank, and then one day when I'm feeling like I want to use it, I can. So I'm not wasting as much as with dated calendars. I realize that with dated calendars, if I predate them, then I just do a lot. It's a lot of waste. This one here, I used to put some notes on what projects I wanted to do and whatever, and then I would take this little book out of here and bring this to craft with me. I liked it. It was a good size. I got this on Amazon, and it says she's quick and curious and playful and strong. I like the saying on it, so that's why I got it, and I knew it was going to fit perfectly in this. So when I watch something, or if I want to take notes, because I've got my other calendar that I put all my other planner that stays upstairs with me, and that has the meal plan and everything for the week. But if I want to put notes on what I want to craft, specific, I don't want to bring the big planner with me here. As you can see, there's no space, so this little book is a lot more convenient, so that's why I use that one. And yes, that means a lot of books being used, but it's okay because I've got them. So then this fall, Chic Sparrow had a sale on items that were not perfect, you know, and you didn't have a choice. Like, you would pay for it and you had no idea. The only thing you could choose was the size. So I didn't have a wide, and I figured I was going to try that. What I discovered, however, is that next time around, the new ones that I just purchased, I purchased them to be A5, because this is an A5 size, and you can see this won't fit in there. And most of my books, like the Leuchtturm, is also A5. So if I want to use a journal, A5 is a lot more convenient. This being said, this cover is just so beautiful, and it says happiness here. I was like almost crying when I got it. Because I didn't expect that there was going to be a word like this. This cover would have been a whole lot more expensive if I had chosen it. But like I said, it was I don't know what defect was on there, because basically I love it and it's perfect to me. But there must have been something that they figured was not totally perfect, because they discounted it as part of their second. And you can see, like, it's gorgeous. It has pockets and everything, and it's just beautiful, and it smells yummy, and the leather quality, oh, I just love it. It's thick and heavy and just wonderful. So I went through my books and I found a notebook that would fit in there, and I love this because this is the type of notebook that lays flat, so it's easy to write in. Like I said, I haven't filled up my fountain pens, so I've been using this pile of Varsity in purple to write in it. I'm going to be filling them up, my fountain pens, and putting a real fountain pen that I love in here so I can change up the ink as I write. But this has been my Oracle Tarot reading diary. So basically what I do, and I just want to, I know there's a lot of you guys that don't believe in this and thinks it's evil, and it's okay, and I respect the fact that that's how you think. The fact that I like Oracle cards doesn't mean that I don't believe in God. And I don't think stuff has to be exclusive. I'm more of an inclusive type of person, and it's okay. Like, not everybody is going to share my opinion, and I'm fine with that. But please do respect mine, because I know there's a lot of critics when I do show Oracle decks, and so in my case, I really want to start using the Oracle decks. It makes me happy. I mean, I love the cards, I love the beautiful drawings on them, and I want to learn more about this, and I want to learn more about my intuition, and I love Burgess, her channel, and she talks about this a lot, and there's a lot of people that touch me, that do touch on this. One of them was Sarah Connor from Art Beating. And so, like, this is really something that I'm passionate about, and this is something that makes me happy. And it's the fact that it was perfect for in this when I had the haha moment, it was just perfect for this folder. So that's what I've been starting to do. And what I do is I write the name of the deck that I drew the card from. I put the question and the card that I got, as well as what it meant, the card, but then I also put my own understanding of it. So, for example, I asked if I was going to be able to accomplish all I wanted in the weekend, and the card that I got was that you have to stand up for yourself, which kind of would be strange for most people, but I always put my list way too big. So it was kind of like the Oracle was saying, stand up for yourself. You're putting your list way too big. Obviously you're going to disappoint yourself, and then you beat yourself down, and I'm the biggest one that beats myself down. So it made me laugh when I got that card, because it was just so true, and it was an outside of the box type of thinking, because obviously it's not an outside person, it was my own self. So and this is your own interpretation of whatever card it is, and it's also like kind of a prompt to write what I'm thinking, if that makes any sense. So that's what I'm using this book, and this one is in my bedroom because before I go to bed, that's what I do. And this one is also in my bedroom. I've had this 1-minute gratitude journal for a long time, and I think since the beginning of last year, and I haven't used it at all. It was totally blank. So I decided this year that I'm going to use it. And it doesn't really like fountain pen. It goes like the paper, like you can see, the paper is really thin, so you can kind of see behind on the paper. Anyway, so what I like is that you can write your own date, so I don't have to do one every day if I don't want to. And so I've put down what I'm grateful for and what was really awesome that happened, and it just makes me pause on the day, and I really love doing that. This being said, I hate the fact that this book is just like this. I hate it. Not only is it like this, but it's not even a strong cover like something like this. So that's probably why I purchased it, and that's probably why I haven't used it, because it's floppy and I don't like writing in it. It doesn't, like, it kind of bends because I write on my lap, and yeah, I don't like it. So one of the new covers that I got, this is gonna go inside it, and this way I've got a feeling that I'll be a lot happier to use it. Oh my god, I'm so parched now. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but it must be really, really long. Anyway, if you stayed to the end of it, thank you so much. And I'm hoping that by sharing this, it's going to give you some ideas on how you can use your own books. I've got another one, and I didn't pull it out, but I've got another one that I used to put some quotes from books I was reading in it. Now what I'm thinking of doing is writing the books that I've actually finished, because one of my goals this year is to read more. And I was using Goodread to put in 2017 and beginning of 2018 to put down the books that I read, but then I don't like doing that, because when I read, I'm not next to my computer, and I don't read on a tablet. I read an actual book. I like the feel of paper. I'm just a paper type of girl, and the fact I've got so many notebooks. So I was discovering as the year progressed that I stopped putting in Goodread what I actually read, and the reason for that is I would finish a book and then start another one, but I was in my bedroom, and then I wouldn't think the next day to go in the computer and write it in. So I want to use the book that I've got already started with the quotes to put the books that I read this year. So I've got an actual thing that I can follow and see how many books I've actually read. And some of the books that I read are fluff, and it's okay. It just makes me relax. But I also want to read some of the other books that I have that are more class oriented, or journal or soul searching type of thing. And so yeah, so that's the other notebook that is going to be going on this year. So I'm looking forward to reading your comments. I'm hoping that by sharing this with you guys, it might give you some insight, might give you some ideas. It might give you the kick in the butt that you need, like I needed, to use my stuff and to do the classes that I've purchased, and to grow. Hence the word growth. So yeah, I hope you have a fabulous day, and I will see you soon. Bye everyone.